the beautiful islands of the Philippines. Our plan is to take General Santos City as our last stop. In Mindanao, we'll take the west side of the Philippines, or the west route, and from General Santos City we're gonna go back to Luzon, taking the east route. I was very nervous about this trip, and so one morning I wrote to God just to comfort me. I really enjoyed the preparation for this trip, and so I made sure that we have enough medicine that we need and some food. So in the trunk we have our clothes, shoes, food for cheesecake, comforter, tent, sleeping bags, laptop just to be sure, and also just to be safe, life vest. We also got few pillows and blankets that are already inside the car. Around 5 p.m. we picked up Cheesecake from his groomer and we're set to go. So the first leg of this trip is the trip to Batangas Port. So from Dasmariñas we went to Tagaytay and exit Lipa, Batangas. Close your eyes, feel the breeze, wind wipes your tears, feel the rain cleanse your soul. Do you know why? Inside the port now, and we're actually queuing to go to the ferry. Before we got here, we bought tickets from the ticketing office situated outside the port, and we just had to choose which ferry is gonna leave the next hour, and then off we go. So we're very happy that we're allowed to stay in the car, but I think because of the pandemic now we're allowed to stay inside, and that's what I really wanted to happen, for us to be safe, and that's also the reason why we didn't opt to fly but instead take this road trip. Cheesecake's first ferry ride, I'm pretty sure she's terrified but also being very territorial and protective of us. She's really been a great support to Joel in this very difficult times. The noise can really be very overwhelming even for us, so we're trying to comfort her the best we can. So this is an hour-long ferry ride. It's not really long. This may be the shortest that we will have in this entire trip. What really takes a while is the rolling onto the ship of the cargo and the cars, and also rolling out eventually. So if you're highly structured and a bit impatient and wants to really stick to the time, this kind of trip may not be the best, or may challenge you a lot, because there are a lot of factors that are beyond your control. There's gonna be a lot of waiting time, but you can actually make use of those time to read a book, or most especially to talk to the people in the car. Like my husband and I did have really great conversation. So welcome to Mindoro. So we got off Luzon Island now and we're here in Mindoro. So this is going to take about 5 to 6 hour drive to get to Bulalakaw port. For some people this may just only take 3 to 4 hours, but for me, like, I have to always add 2 more hours to the travel time. In Bulalakaw port, we will take the ferry to Katiklan. Close your eyes, feel the breeze. Wind wipes your tears. Feel the rain cleanse your soul. You know why. In case you're wondering where we pee or do our business, we try as much, not to drink a lot, but we do go to Shell or Petron gas stations. They do have the cleanest restrooms. I check first if it is good, and we bring alcohol and all the stuff we need to sanitize ourselves, and the bathroom or the comfort room. For you are beautiful. You are stronger than your pain. You're indestructible. The life you live is for you. Do you know why the sun shines? Do you know? I'm so proud of Joel. He used to be wheelchair bound for about 7 years. We've been married for 7 years, so he was already wheelchair bound 2 years before we got married. We're really, really happy for him that he's able to walk independently and experience this road trip. I have to rescue Cheesecake. She jumped off and couldn't go back to the ramp. We have to stop here and buy tickets. We paid about 4,000 pesos for this trip. I forgot to tell you that the first ferry was around 3,700, and also let me remind you that you make sure that you secure travel certificate for your pets when they travel with you. You have to go to the local vet to get the certificate, like a clearance to travel. You will be asked to also present the records of vaccine, and so you just really have to be ready for it as well. So 2 documents, the certificate to travel, as well as the records of vaccination. There is actually a veterinary quarantine office located in all ports, so we have to present our documents to them before they will let us board the ferry. And now we're about to roll onto the ship. So ferry. This ferry is going to take us to Katiklan port. It's gonna take about 3 hours to get there, and we were told that it's going to be a rocky, bumpy ride. So I'm praying that we'll get through it, that God will calm the seas. If not, then just keep us safe. We'll stop here for now. Stay tuned for the next videos to share with you the next parts of our trip, and thank you for watching. Godspeed.